had the opportunity to go to work for an outfit guiding, or not guiding, but packing dudes in and out of the Glacier National Forest. And guy, I'd been kind of on the fence. I'd been looking for a job. I wasn't satisfied with what I was doing. About 5 days a week, I really didn't want to get out of bed and go to work. But I was going because I was drawing wages. And anyway, I got in touch with these guys, and I liked this guy on the phone, and he liked me. He offered me a job. He said, you come work with us up in Glacier? He said, if the deal works out, he said, we'll see if we can't help your family get run down to Wickenburg, where we based in the wintertime. And he said, you can work the ranch with us down there, if we have a mutual agreement. We agreed on the price. We agreed on everything except for when I was going to go to work. And I took about 4 days, and I fought my head. And I finally called him up, and I said, I said, I'm not going to take this job. I said, I appreciate everything. We spent a lot of time on the phone. And long story short, my medicine was bad. And I couldn't figure out what it was. But I declined the job. Of course, he had to go on with the next guy, and I never had a chance to look back and reconsider. Which was a pretty good thing, because within just a couple of days, family announced to me that Laura was on the way. And so that was why I'm assuming that was why my medicine was bad, and I didn't take that job. But this poem is a culmination, pardon me, of those 4 days that I spent fighting my head over it. So I just come to think of it at this point, I'm 16 years old. All down through the ages, there's been men that's drawed their wages by tending the stock and proud to fill that role. Back before the days when Jesus walked, plumb up through the Cold War talks, buckarooing has been some fellers on the go. Now it's a life that some's deemed fitting just to be up there sitting atop a bronchi mountain and crafted handmade saddle with no care nor worry nor no pressing need to hurry while they bide their time a punching wanting cattle. But time has brought on changes, and out here upon the ranges, the cowboy seems to be fading from our sight. For too long, he knows, my friend, he may be looking at the end of a long and bitter lonesome like the old fight. You see the men who fill these boots are quickly losing roots that's been planted since the birth of Father Time. In this fast-paced world today, folks always say there's an easier way to get ahead and try and earn a dime. So when there's call for change, punchers up and leave the range. They move to town, take up respectable careers. I ain't saying that it's wrong, but it sure might be. But it might not be too long until you see that fellow shedding futile tears. And boys, it leaves an awful taste when you watch a fellow waste until a man he sure don't aim to be. Getting caught up in the race and trying hard to keep the pace. It's been long the downfall of this society. And them fellas try and make a life for their children and their wife, and for some it's fine, but others just lose ground. Now some of them will up at the chance to head back to a ranch, but there's others creep along without a sign. Now what's the problem, you say, if a feller hunts an easier way to get ahead and chase the almighty dollar? Well, nothing at the start. But if it just ain't in his heart, then believe me, it is a damn tough pill to swallow. Because if he's got that longing deep inside just to saddle up and ride, but he's bound by ties he just can't seem to cut. Folks around you feel the strain, and it causes lots of pain if they see that hombre digging in a rut. And if he up and pulls his freight, folks is hard pressed to tolerate his light-hearted irresponsible, drifting the cowboy way. They don't understand his need. They don't understand his need because they're so damn consumed by greed. All they can think is punching cows don't pay. And right they are at that. But what takes place beneath their hat should, at least in some small way, impart the minute consideration and a startling realization that sometimes it's okay to follow whatever's in your heart. You see, he ain't ducking out on life, on his children, or his wife. Though to some it may seem so, but then, if his head ain't run too well, he might put them all through hell. They might up and leave, and where would he be then? All he knows is it ain't gonna breeze. That decision won't come with ease. He's out to lose some weight, lots of sleep. And if he decided up and quit, it's a 50-50 split on the things he'll lose, the things he gets to keep. And ultimately, it is his choice. Though you still may want to voice your opinion about the things he ought to do. But if there ever comes a time for making up our minds, pardon me, you better hope and pray that fellow isn't